The dancing plague of 1518, when dance became deadlife mystery begins. What if I told you that hundreds of people once danced uncontrollably in the streets, and some of them danced to their deaths? In the summer of 1518, in the town of Strasbourg, something eerie, inexplicable, and downright terrifying happened. It wasn't a party. It wasn't a festival. It was a plague, but with dancing. Welcome to the strange, chilling true story of the dancing plague of 1518. The first dancery all started with one woman. Her name was Frau Trophia. On a hot July day, she stepped into the street and started dancing. She didn't have music. She didn't have an audience, but she couldn't stop. Neighbors watched, puzzled. Hours passed. She kept dancing. No rest. No explanation. By day 2, she was still at it. Legs trembling, clothes soaked in sweat, and still no stopping. By the end of the week, 30 or more people had joined her. Just like that. No invitation, no warning, just a growing crowd of relentless dancers. When it became a chrysawat, what seemed bizarre at first turned horrifying. People collapsed from exhaustion. They broke bones. They screamed in agony as their bodies moved beyond their will. Within a month, over 400 people were dancing in the streets of Strasbourg. And here's the shocking part. Some died. Heart attacks, strokes, pure fatigue. The dancing quite literally killed them. This was no joyful celebration. It was a deadly mystery. The authorities step in, strangely. So what did the city do? Did they isolate the dancers? Call for doctors? Exorcists? No. They built them a stage. Yes, a stage. Complete with musicians. The local authorities believed the best way to cure the dancers was to let them dance it out. But instead of curing the plague, the music made it worse. The beat went on, and more people joined. It was like fueling a wildfire with gasoline. Theories and strange science. What caused this strange epidemic? Historians and scientists have debated for centuries. Some believe it was mass hysteria, a psychological phenomenon brought on by stress, starvation, and disease. Others blame ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic fungus that grows on damp rye and causes convulsions, hallucinations, and mania. In fact, the same fungus has been linked to the Salem witch trials decades later. Another theory points to religious fervor and superstition. At the time, people believed in Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dance. They feared punishment from him could come as uncontrollable movement. But here's the thing, none of these theories fully explain why it lasted so long, or why so many people were affected. When it finally ended eventually, after several weeks of madness, the dancing began to fade. The city, now desperate, sent the remaining dancers to a shrine in the mountains to pray for mercy and healing. Some recovered, some didn't. And just like that, it was over. No warning, no clear reason, no closure. The aftermath and legacy dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the strangest public health events in history. It's been studied by scientists, psychologists, historians, and skeptics. And yet, no one knows for sure what caused it. Some call it mass psychosis. Others see it as a collective trauma response. A few even wonder if it was something supernatural. One thing is certain, this wasn't just a weird medieval story. It was real. It was fatal, and it left behind more questions than answers. Could it happen again? You might be thinking, something like that could never happen today, right? Think again. Mass hysteria events are still happening in schools, in workplaces, even on social media. The human mind is powerful, and sometimes terrifyingly so. So maybe the real lesson of the dancing plague is this: when fear, stress, and belief collide, reality itself can go dancing off the rails. The dance never dies. The story of the dancing plague of 1518 is bizarre. It's mysterious. And yes, it's a little bit hilarious. But behind the strange headlines are real people, people who suffered, collapsed, and even died from something we still don't understand. So the next time someone tells you they can't stop dancing, maybe, just maybe check the rye bread. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this strange dive into history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more wild documentaries from the past that still haunt us today. And remember, some stories are too weird to be fiction.